Just waking up to a little bit of bluegrass this morning, and in case you guys are wondering who these fine gentlemen are, they're called Blackberry Smoke. My name is Robert Kane, and I am your host of The Devil's Advocate. I shall be with you in just a moment.
Questions, you do it just because. You don't climb too high or dream too much. With a whole lot of work and a little bit of luck, you can wind up right back where your daddy was.
A very, very good afternoon to you all. It's been quite some time. And again, my name is Robert Kane, and I am your host. You know, for quite some time, I've of course been away to my other channel, Darkest Eyes. I've been very, very busy. And with that being said, here I am with all of you. You know, I think it's so very, very important that that my neighbors across the way in the United States begin to really take into account the absolute insanity that is going on within the United States. I speak adamantly to my neighbors across the border. And this message is for those at Antifa. You'll have to pardon me for 1 second. You know, there's a lot that can be said. I believe when it comes to legal immigration, there is a lot that can be said about some of your current president's decisions when it comes to calling national emergencies and things of this nature. And I can understand the concern. I mean, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. We can pick and we can fuss and we can argue and we can fight all day long about the very, very, issues that are concerning to people. Here is where I draw the fucking line. Is that in my country, Canada, if you are doing some of the things that are currently taking place over in the U.S., you would be arrested so fucking fast, and I speak from both sides of the fence here. Not just to, of course, the Democrats and the conservative idiots, but I'm speaking about also the liberals. You know, those who do support Donald Trump. You are doing your president no justice. Zero. By engaging with a bunch of, as far as I'm concerned, fucking hoodlums. You know, for those of you who support your current president, I applaud you. I sincerely applaud you. But there is, by osmosis, you cannot talk to some people. Some of the ignorance and some of the things that I have just been witness to for the last little while online. just atrocities. And frankly, I just don't understand any of it. I think really everybody just needs to kind of shut the fuck up, sit back, have a couple of pints, and hey, understand that no matter what, everybody has an entitlement to an opinion. And to all those at Antifa that have said, oh, free speech isn't free. Really? When you become a citizen of any country, such as the U.S., I'm going to point out, it is important that you read the Declaration of Independence. Over here in Canada, we have the Charter of Rights, and so on. For those of you who think that, you're just going to jump a wall and, hey, listen, all I can say is, best of fucking luck. That's what they have FEMA camps for. That's what they have residential centers for. Well, yeah, and these places are barbed wired. You're not just, hey, you're free to take a bus and go back home, but if you don't want to fucking leave, if you want to drag the courts and waste the taxpayers' money through a year of bullshit just to try to get your citizenship after trying to legally cross, and of course you end up getting sent back anyway. That's your tough fucking luck. I don't have any sympathy for you, and I don't think anyone in the United States should either. I mean, I myself, I haven't had it easy in life. I don't think anybody really has. And when I hear of people speaking about privilege, I mean, and so on. What do any of us really know about what is privilege? What? So if somebody comes from a good family who's worked hard all their lives, they should just give that up if they can. No problem. I had the displeasure of watching this video on Chris Kirk, and this four-eyed fucking geek said, well, if you have 5 houses and 5 yachts, and well, if you're not using 4 of those houses, someone should just be able to come along and habitate those places. Really? I think maybe you ought to move to like Vietnam, or North Korea, or some place that might entitle you to do something like that. I really don't know. I couldn't care. All I can say to that is you are belligerently fucked in the head. All right? Okay? That's why Americans have the amendment, the right to bear arms, to protect their property, to protect their land, to protect their fucking cattle, their personal property. So, when I hear about diplomacy, when I hear members of Antifa referring to themselves as liberated, it's a fucking joke. And to top it all off, when I see members of Antifa sporting their sweatshirts with logos like I'm about to show you, it's quite hilarious, because Antifa declares themselves as an anti-fascist movement. Well, I'm sorry, but the fist with lightning bolts, that has long been long been sought after as a symbol of hate, an Aryan symbol. I mean, does not anybody understand that? That one of the many symbols that the SS officers use, and by the way, the Aryan Brotherhood still used to this day in prisons, is this. Okay? And by the way, you're speaking about someone that knows a little bit about this. I'm not going to, like I said, my personal past is really none of anybody's fucking business. This I'm going to point out and I'm going to share with everybody at Antifa. You're well entitled and you're well within your right to protest and to demonstrate. But the moment you break out a fucking canister of bear mace and somebody wonders why they get their fucking jaw broked, don't go crying to the fucking police. Be a man or a woman of constitution. There's always going to be casualties of war. I know that firsthand. So my opinion, although irrelevant to probably most of you fucking wingnuts, I'm just going to come across and tell you outright. You know, that when I hear about, Antifa promoting anti-fascism, but yet they'll have members walking around in skinhead shirts. They'll have members, with the shaved heads and the Doc Martens with the red laces in them, by the way. Which, by the way, red laces, just to let you guys all know something, white laces are sharp. Red, that's neo-Nazi. Okay? Learn something about culture, ladies and gentlemen, before you start exploring your theories. It's like, it would be like a biker from another club wearing another club's colors or a cut. Just wouldn't fly with that club. Wouldn't ever happen. They'd be fucking... I'm talking about 1% clubs, by the way, not okay? So not from like a club like the Silverados. Anyways, my whole fucking point here is this is a message really firmly that goes out to members of Antifa, that you should you just crawl back under the fucking rock with which you came. My name is Robert Kane, and I am the host of The Devil's Advocate.